hopefully we're live. I'm having a hard time verifying that, but at least some of my indicators make me believe that we're live. That other vehicle that I had mentioned before is headed this way, so kicking up a lot of dust in the process. But you know, we're kicking up dust too. I'm going to close the windows. I'm getting a lot of dust here in the car as it is. And it looks like there's at least one more vehicle up ahead. Comes to this broadcast, there's a chain of equipment, and there are some definite weak links in that chain, and there's really not much I can do about it. I see some tree swallows, a number of them on the power lines here, or communications lines, whatever they are. Song sparrow, and I see a great blue heron. And another one. We're hearing, the tree swallows, and some are like right up here on the power lines. I'm not going to give you a close look at them, but there they are. And there are more. Those look like Canada geese to me. Heard a swamp sparrow. And I just heard common yellowthroat. I see sandhill cranes. Now these two cranes look like they're up and about, both of them. So is there a young one that's also up and about? Possibly, but the problem is we've got grasses in the way. So it may be, if that is the case, if there is one, a colt, a young, a juvenile sandhill crane to be seen, it may not be seen. I don't know. Oh no. That crane on the left looks like it's limping. Hope it's nothing serious. Let me drive forward a little bit more and see if we can have any kind of a slightly maybe clearer line of sight. The answer may not be what we like, but we may not have a choice. Let's stop here a moment. Sorry, it's so shaky. I'm just trying to hold things and is that the one that looked like it was limping? Maybe the ground is just difficult there or something. That's my hope. But. That may not be the case, though. I don't know. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you down. I'm going to keep looking with binoculars. It's just easier for me in terms of seeing if we can get a line of sight that it's better than the one we've had so far. I think it might improve, actually. Okay, I think we might get a slightly better look. Is this better? I'm not so sure. Let's turn around. Now, if there is a colt there, which is the name for a young, oh, getting my own dust in the car, a young sandhill crane. If there is one there, it could be that it's just on the ground and resting, and that, is fine, but it may mean that we may not be able to see it. You see that often with young birds of various species. Once they leave the nest, it's fine, but they'll like just sit on the ground waiting somewhere, or sit in a tree waiting somewhere. All right, let's start from here. Come on, wire. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that one's almost definitely limping. That's a colt. There we go. Hi, baby. But unfortunately, that one of them is limping. I don't know if it's something that can heal. I'm hoping for it that it will. You can just make out the head of a young one right there. Hi, baby. And between the vegetation and the heat shimmer, because it's of the bright sunshine, we're not getting the best view. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I'm wondering if I were to drive forward a little bit, would that improve the view? Maybe not. Let me try driving backwards. I wonder if that would be better. And you know, it almost looks like the colt has settled down back on the ground. And you know, these sandhill cranes are not close. It's not like they're right nearby. They're out there a little ways. Actually, I mean, we've looked at birds over longer distances than this, but it's just that it's... Oh, hold on. There we go. So again, we're looking at sandhill cranes, and they have with them a baby, a young one, that we can just make out. But it's small and beautiful. We have vegetation in the way. Let me move forward just a little bit. I mean, unless they all happen to move along and come this way, then we're not going to get a much better view, I don't believe. Now, I could switch to a more powerful setup, but you know, it's not going to help that much. The issue is primarily the sunshine and the vegetation. I can't see through vegetation yet. All right, let's move one more time and see if we can get a clearer view. And if not, we're going to continue on through the area and look at what else is here. I got to watch that right there, so let's see. Well, can't see it at all in that. Oh, just barely see the head. All right, let's move forward a little ways. And let's try from here. Let's see what happens. Oops, sorry. Where'd they go? Come on. No, can't see it. Can't see it all from here. All right, one more time. Let's move forward. This might be better, maybe. And I believe I hear a killdeer, by the way, but I don't, I can't see the colt from here. Okay, well, maybe we'll have another opportunity, but we're going to turn around and go through the area, see what else is here. So let's do that right now. I'm going to close up because of just the dust that we're kicking up as we drive. Oh, I see something, maybe a... looks like a tern of some sort. I'm not sure what kind. Probably Caspian, but I don't know. Anyway, you know, is this a guarantee that in future weeks we'll see the colt? No. But, you know, at least there is one there today. I'm not happy about seeing the limp in one of the cranes, though, the adult. Now, who knows? It could be that that crane has had that limp for years. That's possible, too. Not that it's a good thing, but that could be that it's the mother that was on the nest, and we never saw it walking until, just now. There's some Canada geese closer to me. I think there are some maturing goslings with them. Teenagers. Sometimes you can see with the young goslings, it's not like they have to wait until they're teenagers to start misbehaving. I do see some gulls. So maybe I haven't seen a tern yet. Maybe they were just the gulls. Well, we're going to keep going until we turn around, and then we'll come back. It just works better for me that way. If you're new to the tour, or maybe you forgot, or maybe you've just never heard me say it, there are many species that are special to me, but sandhill cranes are definitely one of them. And over the years, during the tour and prior to the tour, I've made special efforts to see sandhill cranes in the greater Montezuma area. And I always like to see them whenever I can. And I'm still looking for the ultimate sighting. There are many species for which I'm looking for the ultimate sighting, but there's a fair amount of duck activity. Not a lot, but I mean, there are some ducks out there. We'll take a look on the way back. Swan's coming in. Oh, it was recording the whole time. I was clearing out memory cards yesterday, just getting ready for today. I believe I may have just heard an eastern kingbird, but I'm not positive. Couple I realized I have some footage that I really need to process. It's a couple weeks old now, and I won't say what it is, but I mean, like I said, sometimes you're looking for the ultimate look, and what I had was, I realized I had something, and I was like, it may not be the ultimate look, but it was a good look, maybe one of the best I've ever had at this particular species, and I'm looking forward to sharing that when I get a chance to deal with the video. And it's a species that we've seen many times and heard many times, but what was special about it is it was close and the lighting was just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. At least it looked like it to me on my computer screen. I've just seen a couple of crackles. Another swan coming in, by the looks of things. Either that or else one of the ones that we saw earlier took off and is now coming back. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know if it's going to land with the others, wherever the others are. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll get to that. Okay, 1 second here. Just heard a yellow warbler. And let's look out at what's out here. Nothing here. Great blue here and there. Fake bird there. Is that the eagle nest? Come on, out of the way. Okay. Where'd it go? Who moved the nest? My rig here bumps into some of the the seat belts and everything here. There we go. Hard to see up there. I believe that is the eagle nest. I don't see any activity, so maybe we can look at it. I'll shut off the car and we'll get a steadier look. We'll look at it with the other camera in a moment. And what's out here before we do that? Those might be gadwalls. I'm not sure. So let's switch cameras and start taking a look around. Where's the nest? Who took the nest? Now we have some branches in the way. It's tough to see if there's any actual activity up there or not. If they've left the nest, it's very possible they have. So I can't really tell. It's possible that there are chicks there that are hunkered down, but at least on my little screen, I can't tell. Okay, let's move the car a bit and look around at some of those ducks that we saw. This should be good right here, I think. Okay. Great blue heron there. And the ducks are over... Oops, hold on. Hold on. That's better. Just heard a killdeer. So those ducks that we saw very briefly, and I'm not sure what they were, and I don't know if I'm going to know what they are, if I can find them. Hold on a second. Okay. I think they might be mallards. No, I think they're gadwalls. See that white there in the back? They might be gadwalls. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe they're mallards. No, I think they're mallards. I don't know. I think mallards. I'm having a hard time. I would say mallard. Okay. Okay, what else do we want to look at? All right, let's keep moving. There's another car coming up ahead. Not a big deal. I'm more concerned about the dust that each vehicle, including this one, kicks up. It's not like there's so many cars here on the road that it's, it's all crowded. That's not the case at all. Let's close the side window there. And we'll look right here at whoever this is in a moment, if I can find it. Looks like a wood duck by the way it's swimming, and I think it's a wood duck. Sorry about the lighting. That looks like a wood duck to me. Let me darken things up a bit. Just heard a pied-billed grebe, and I'm hearing the killdeer. I may have just seen a robin, I'm not sure. Whatever it was very quickly in view and out of view. Wood ducks again, maybe? No. I think mallard. Unless, that might be a wood duck. Yeah, that is a wood duck right there. It's hard. I believe we've got wood ducks, and these might be mallards, and they do look larger than this one. So that looks like a male wood duck, and these might look like mallards. Tough conditions, like I said, beautiful day, but in terms of bird watching, still beautiful but challenging. And in some places, that sunshine is really a hindrance, and this is one of them. Let's drive just a little further. And we're going to continue with these tough conditions. I'm sorry, but that's sunshine for you. Okay, farther out. So we're hearing no, actually they sound like, no, they're pied-billed grebes by the sound of it. Now what's farther out there, I'm not sure. Maybe a number of species, but definitely mallards, almost definitely. Can't be sure on these two. At least I can't. Okay, Okay, closer, a little bit closer. Let's see if we can find them. These may also be mallards. Sorry it's so bright, but I need it to be that bright so we can see, because they're basically, I don't know if you would say they're backlit or not, but they look like they're backlit from our perspective. If not all mallards, they're pretty close to all being mallards. Okay. And then over here, looks like the same sort of thing, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, are these gadwalls, maybe? These might be gadwalls. See that white? See that white spot towards the back, and that was all the white. And then there's, yeah, these look like gadwalls. Look at the shape of that head, not quite perfectly round. So I think we've seen some gadwalls there. I said that the white, that was just that one white spot, where sometimes, like with the mallards, for instance, now they're starting to change color to their, their summer coloring. The mallards, the males will have, more like a, depending on how far along they are in their transition plumage, but they will have more like a full-length stripe of white. Let me darken it up so we're not blinding you anymore. Let's keep going. With the naked eye, I don't see all that much else. Certainly nothing close. There are a fair number of ducks out there. They're so far away, and the lighting is so punishing. I'll shut off the car, but even so, the things are still shaking. So I'm not going to spend too much time trying to look at them. Now, if you really know your birds, and I don't, some of these shapes may be discernible. And you might say, oh, that's that species or that species, and these, for instance, don't look like mallards that we're seeing right now. I may be wrong about that, but I somehow don't think that they are. But I'm going to brighten it up. No, that's too much. The problem is, it's that heat shimmer. I just can't give you a good look. And maybe it would look better on a big computer screen, but not on my little camera here. There may be some birds out there that aren't ducks that are maybe either coots or gallinules. I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna keep going though. It's funny, you know. I look at the weather forecast sometimes, and you know, if I see like let's say I'm talking about Sunday, and it's gonna be rainy. And if I look at it and I see it says sunny, you know, sunny. Two mallards just took off from, they must have been close by. It says sunny, not partly sunny or, you know, mostly cloudy. No, I'll say the same you know, because I know that we often look over long distances, and, you know, it's a challenge when we have this kind of sunshine. Pied-billed grebes. Last week we saw an adult and young, and today an adult and young. Wish we could see them better, but this is what we've got. Seem to be just resting. No one's diving and feeding. We're going to keep moving. Great blue herons, not too far away, but again, they're back like everything else. See what I mean? One of them just took off. It was flying low along the water. And I believe just landed. So I mentioned gulls earlier, and here they are. Hearing starlings, I believe. I think we're going to be leaving this area pretty soon, and we're going to head back towards our usual areas. I didn't mention them, at least I don't believe I did, but there are Canada geese here also. And, oh, that's a gallinule there, behind them. I hear the geese. And I believe there are more geese, as I recall. And we may not be able to see them because of vegetation here, but there's some on the near side of these grasses, or just on the other side of the grasses, but they're on the near side of the water. But there are geese here and there, other Canada geese scattered in various locations. Not huge numbers, but I hear killdeer. So I think I do. I think we're going to try to get another look or two at the sandhill cranes, and then we're going to move on. Yesterday was warmer, but maybe a little less sunny, but not much less sunny. But it doesn't matter, I couldn't come up here yesterday. I believe I've seen a coot, but I'm not positive. Well, that might not be a coot. Oh yeah, it might be. It is. American coot. I think it is. Like I keep saying, and I'm going to continue to say, things are different every year. It wasn't last year, but the year before, for instance, on Wildlife Drive, we saw lots of American coots and their chicks, and lots of common gallinules and their chicks. And I remember, that was the first year I had ever seen their chicks. Ever. I mean, not just for the tour, but before, I had never seen them myself before. And now, things are back to the way they were. I'm just not seeing them, so they must be raising them elsewhere. I might be hearing a rose-breasted grosbeak. I'm not positive. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, I see the cranes again. Let's see if we can see anything of interest. This this camera battery is getting low. Have to change it soon. Now there we have little or no look at the ground where the colt would be. I don't see anything. And over here, I don't see anybody. Just too much vegetation there to see anything. Oh, there it is, I think. Did I see it? Maybe not. No, I thought I saw a little bit of color, but maybe not. Okay, we're gonna move on, because even if we do see it, it's tough to get a good look. But at least we saw it. We know it's there. We know that it exists, which is a question we didn't have an answer to prior to today. Let's move on.